What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, we're starting a new series. And I was going to start this series like once on the new moon, but guess what? I'm hitting the road. Sun going through my ninth house of, long distance journeys and higher learning and things like that. Along with Mercury, I'm going on a trip to see my sibling. Okay, so hitting the road, getting some fresh vibrations. I'm gonna take the camera with me, and I'm gonna see what could happen. What could happen on the road trip if I get some time to record, and things like that. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna start this series today while I'm in the mood, right? So this series is why the zodiac signs cheat, and I guess I'll start off just by saying that it's as a reminder that every sign in the zodiac, every position is capable of cheating. Yes, we have loyal signs. Yes, we have intense signs. Yes, we have curious signs. But all of these qualities can be penetrated to the point where, infidelity happens. So what I want to do in this series is go through the signs, and we'll be looking at the energy, the archetype itself, the sign, right? And through that, we'll see, we'll dabble in and, give different examples and stuff like that. So, with that said, let's start with Aries. What would make an Aries cheat? So, what is Aries? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the energy within us. It is the need for self-projection, okay? The need to take action through one's own abilities, okay? And will and aggression, impulse, these are all things related to Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. So Aries is known as being the aggressor. Mars is known as the sexual impulse within us. So the thing with Aries views sex and relationships as a whole kind of like as a conquest. So depending on where this Aries energy is coming from, the sexual nature can be pretty impulsive, or the relationship nature, which causes impulsive behaviors like infidelity. So what would make an Aries cheat? Well, for one, Aries craves attention. They need to know that you notice them. They need to have whatever type of attention the position is seeking. So if it is an Aries sun, they're gonna need that person that they're with to uplift their confidence, boost that ego. If it's the moon, it's gonna boost the emotional ego, cater to me, make me feel like the dominant person I want to project. If it's Venus, now here's the key one. This is where we could really focus in. So through this series, I want you to get an overall view, because each energy coming from the planet can contribute to this. So Venus, Mars, and Moon, as well as Jupiter, are all going to play significant roles in cheating or infidelity, whatever you want to call it, okay? So think about these things, and if you've been cheated on, if you've had an affair, think about it. Why did this occur? Why did it occur with this person? What was I supposed to get out of it? And all in all, get a better understanding of what needs weren't being met and what you need to be you. Okay, so back to Aries. Aries cheat if they're not getting that attention. So if it comes to Venus, this is where it's not even really an attention thing. This is where it switches. Aries, the Venus and Aries will cheat out of boredom. Straight up boredom. Like this, the Venus and Aries wants to be constantly doing things within their relationship, right? And they constantly want to start things. So when the relationship starts, this is great for Aries, okay? But whatever time period, you know, it takes for that person for them to feel like, oh, the flame is just not there anymore. That's when Aries is like, okay, I need a new adventure. I need something else to do. So the Venus in Aries usually, she's out of boredom. And now we'll go a little deeper. So this can, of course, you know, Aries relates to the first house. So say, let's just per se, the person has Venus in the Aries in the first house. One way that an affair can come about, okay, let's say there is a square to the 10th house, okay, squaring Mars. There can be Aries projection coming from this aspect, okay? So say the person is in a relationship where their partner isn't very quote-unquote Aries-like in maybe physical stature. Now this square to Mars will create some type of frustration, or maybe just not as aggressive, right? So that square to Mars for them will be creating some type of frustration as far as that aspect of the relationship. Now, how the temptation or the, you know, situation could come about is through this square. What is lacking in the relationship will be projected at the person. So let's say it's a physical thing, and the person, the, you know, the partner, the temptation is in the form of someone who has just like a really nice body. Aries relates to, you know, the first house, the body, or, you know, muscles, feeling good about how you look. So they can fall into an affair through something like that. The next side of it, which is a very common thing, is about aggressiveness, sexually aggressive. Most Aries, though they project the aggression, want to be dominated in some source, or, you know, have aggressive kind of sex. So a lot of times the Aries will fall into situations. Now we can move along. This is more along the Mars sign. So the Mars sign may not, depending on how it's aspected, attract people who match the sex drive of that Mars and that dominance that is desired and aggressiveness. So maybe the person's partner lets them dominate too much and doesn't dominate back. Aries, you know, could fall for someone who projects that. So all in all, through, you know, the Aries nature, it's one where it's not that Aries is not loyal. They're just, in a sense, curious. This is the first sign. So, and one of their qualities is impulsiveness. And I would say cheating, it can be calculated, but in the Aries sense, it would be an impulsive act. So the next part of what can make an Aries cheat is impulsiveness. Now, I can do, you know, a list about what signs most likely to have a one-night stand. And I tell you, Aries is in that top 5 because of this youngness, because of this impulsive, curious nature, right? It can lead, you know, just all around doing the right things. So just imagine this person, this Aries type, likes aggressiveness, and they come into a situation, you know, you could just meet the person that night, they play to that aggressiveness and then mix it in with the impulsive nature. Is just like, I'm gonna go along with it. So cheating for Aries isn't, I would say, not very calculated, but more so impulsive, more so a whim. It's like something you do on a whim. And as far as how an Aries, what the Aries would want from the affair, I think they would just want the sense of adventure and to know that they are exerting their will and doing as they please. So word of advice, if you're with an Aries type of person, I would say not like to to give them that reign to explore. Because if you try to hinder an Aries, like, you better not be doing this, you better not, the Aries nature, just like human nature, but more so this Aries energy, will go ahead and just rebel and do the opposite of that because they want to assert their will. So like I said, I would, with an Aries, I would give them that freedom or control to be themselves that they seek in the relationship. Alright? So guys, this is the first episode of Why would the Zodiac Signs Cheat? I'll be back with another episode. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. Until next time, peace.